Good morning, my loves. Welcome back. So today we are talking about an aspect that can be easily overlooked, but it shouldn't be. So the aspect is between Saturn and Mercury. So it's a sextile. Mercury is in Capricorn and Saturn is in Pisces. And I love this aspect because, well, obviously Mercury is in the home of Saturn. So there's like a very natural affinity here between the two. And this aspect can really help you not necessarily get things off the ground, but really stabilize something. Maybe you've already started working on something, and this aspect is this energy is saying, okay, we are now really starting to feel comfortable in this new project, and we understand what the next step is and what the next step is and what the next step is. So this is an embodiment aspect, even though, yes, we're talking about Mercury, the mind, but this is an embodiment aspect because we're talking about Saturn, and Saturn brings it, grounds it in, makes it stable, brings it into the body. So Mercury in Capricorn is talking about having a plan, holding on to it loosely, and then once you've got the plan, you take the steps, right? Take the steps. Your plan is going from here to here, and so you start taking all the steps to get you to your goal. And then Saturn says, okay, that's lovely. By the way, I hope you're feeling good in my home. Welcome. And I want to help you. I want to help you with your plan. I want to help you with your plan. I want to help you move forward. I want to help you make it stable, feel confident in it. So here's what you need. Here's what you've got to do. This is going to be a day where we will have a lot of inspired ideas. And even if those ideas are not on your plan, allow them in. That's why I said hold on to the plan loosely, because you want to allow for inspired action, inspired steps, inspired ideas. So this aspect, like I said, is a beautiful aspect to use the mental capacity that you've got and stabilize it. Because, the mind fluctuates. The mind is just constantly just moving, and it's often moving so fast that we can't get a hold of it fully. With this aspect, you can ground it in. You ground it in. And then once you grounded it in, you feel much more stable and much more confident in it. And from that place, you will take your steps also with much more confidence, right? Each step, you're confident, you're confident, you're confident. But yeah, first, you gotta ground it in. You gotta stand firm, being confident about what you want and where you want to go, about that vision you hold, being confident. And we're not talking about being full of yourself, right? We're not talking about a highly developed ego, as in being arrogant about, oh, I can do everything. We're not talking about that. We are talking about stability, confidence, discipline, trusting yourself. Because when we have an arrogance that says, I can do it anyways, this usually doesn't come from a trusting place. This comes from a place where we are covering up that we are a bit unsure, so we are overcompensating. But when you trust yourself, you just move forward with confidence, and you deal with, things that are thrown your way. And you deal with them because you're confident that where you're going is where you want to go and where you've got to go. And it's your right to go there. You don't have to question if this vision you hold, that goal you have, is correct, or if you deserve it, if you're worthy of it, because you are. You are. So I love this aspect. Also, if you have this in your natal chart, then congratulations. Beautiful aspect to have in a natal chart. because it's like, you know, I said earlier, the mental coming together with the physical. And that's a union that is quite unstoppable in life. You don't have to have it in these signs, right? You can have this aspect in other signs. It can, obviously, this combination can show up in other signs when you have it in your natal chart. But generally, we are speaking about Mercury working really well together with Saturn. And that is always, especially for getting somewhere in life. This is not necessarily a relationship aspect. If you have it in relationships, wonderful, definitely doesn't hurt. But to have it when you look at it from the perspective of where I want to go in life, my purpose work, my aspirations, my job, my professional life, this aspect is really making you unstoppable. It moves you forward, and it moves you forward in a flowy way, but with the knowing that action is required. I can't just sit on the couch. You know, when we have, for example, if we have a trine aspect, if this would be a trine aspect, oh my God, this video is getting out of hands again. I always do that. I want to talk about one subject and then we talk about everything else. But if you have this aspect in a trine, Mercury and Saturn, there's a flow there, but we're not really aware. The awareness part is missing, not the knowledge part, right? We can have knowledge without awareness. Because knowledge comes from like reading a lot and, taking courses here and there. Learning something, having the knowledge of something doesn't really mean that you are, that you also have the awareness. The awareness helps us relate the knowledge to different situations. And the awareness also helps us understand things on a deeper level. So just a silly little example, if you are a medical student and you learn about the functioning of the heart, and then you learn about the functioning of the liver, and then you learn about how these two are connected, you're like, okay, now I know. But how you then relate that in different areas, people with different ailments, seeing the connection, that is a very different, that takes more awareness. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can learn just pure textbook, and then without the awareness, it is just pure textbook. I mean, you know a lot, great, and you can use it in certain ways, but the awareness to relate it to, kind of like a more holistic understanding, that is very different. So if you have any questions about this aspect, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any other questions, also drop me a comment. And yeah, if you want a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one, the link is there. And have a beautiful day, and I see you in the next video.